Eugene Police Department reporting a big jump in weapons offenses, and the number for those possessed illegally even bigger. Good evening, I'm Brian Richardson. Brandy is off. KEZI 9 News reporter Nana Wins live in the studio with the numbers and whether other agencies in town are seeing the same trend. It's our top story here at 6. Nah?
Brian, EPD just released a report revealing a 33% increase in weapons offenses, with an 89% increase in those possessed illegally and a 19% increase in concealed weapons. As to why this might be, they're still looking into it. This past weekend, the Eugene Police Department was busy with at least 3 incidents involving firearms. Near the U of O campus, a man fired at least 39 shots into the ceiling of his home. Another man in North Eugene was taken in with 3, one of which was a stolen handgun. The incidents bring the numbers close to home, but as to why it's happening, they're not so sure.
You know, we struggle with that and trying to determine why we're finding more illegally possessed weapons. And the theories range.
It's a different story in Springfield, though. Officers there have actually seen a drop in their encounters.
Our jail has had an effect on overall criminal behavior. Although it's misdemeanor crimes, it involves a whole lot of felons.
They believe their ability to hold people accountable as well as hold them at all helps in deterring folks from committing crimes in their jurisdiction, as well as keeping repeat offenders off the streets. As for the Lane County Sheriff's Office, they couldn't talk to the number of specific instances, but they did notice something else has been on the rise since the new year began.
We've seen a huge increase in the legal purchase of firearms, and we see that through people coming down to get their concealed handgun license. Now, one of the things that's a difficulty with that, of course, is that obviously people are purchasing weapons, more weapons are available to thieves.
Despite all that, EPD says it's good to catch these people now.
While we've seen that increase in what we've obtained from illegal behavior, we have not seen that transcend into persons' crimes.
And while the reasoning remains unclear, EPD wants people to be aware so that those numbers don't jump too. Now, while the reason behind the numbers, again, still remains unclear, EPD wanted to make sure everyone from their staff to the community knows about the findings. That way, everyone can be extra vigilant when it comes to protecting themselves and their loved ones. Live in the studio, Nana Win, KZI 9 News.